That's right. Hey
Try
there, BookTube. Noah.
oh,
Everyone who reads it must converse is the channel. Nice to see you guys. What? Idjit Reads and Rambles jumps in right off the bat, says, "Where you at, Noah?" Like, am I late? Am I late for my own damn show? What's up, Jeff? We have
yo,
Jeff Walton here off the jump.
Noah, how are you?
Bro, I'm doing good tonight. It's freaking Friday night. It's almost Christmas, and the whole country, if Georgia's locked down by the freeze the way that we are, the whole country must be, paralyzed. How is it where you're at?
Buddy, we have a whole weather system infiltrating our space right now.
That's
Uh,
right.
the
The
map,
whole
I think,
country, baby.
yeah, well, we got spots getting winds of 79 miles an hour. Whiteout conditions, couldn't see the houses across the street. It's probably about negative 12 degrees in the wind. I went
Right.
out there.
You said
Went
there
out
was a driving ban. That's
there.
what
Yeah,
I'm saying. Tiny teeny
work.
in the house. Look, there's my member. The only one that is a member of my channel. Thank you, teeny tiny. And dude, Conrob Jason Miller's in the house. CS
Hey,
Miller.
well,
Falcon, Tyler, Merry Christmas Eve Eve.
oh yeah,
Hopefully everybody is bundled up inside in the heat, right?
it's luckily warm here. There's people I know that don't have power and they're struggling right now. And yeah, I went out there today for maybe about. I was gonna go out there for a stretch. I was gonna bring a little whiskey out, sip a little whiskey, deal with the blizzard conditions, and just observe it as a human. And
That's the way to go.
I lasted about 2.5 minutes, which is
Right.
a record.
It's so cold. Man, everybody's here. Lexa, man, nice to see you, brother. Dude, Jeff, who is Jeff Walton? I know it's kind of hard to see. A lack of lighting in his house, I'm sure. It's okay. You're like in the garage. I don't know what's going on. Nick Voro's in the house. Happy Friday, brother. Nice to see you. You tagged me the other day, Tyler. I did see it. I'm gonna do that tag actually. It's really funny. And you can really do some cool stuff with it. I'm driving just cold and windy. I do not want to drive in this weather, that's for sure. Rick Harsh. I wish Rick Harsh would come by.
Rick
Who
Hart.
said, oh, Rick Harsh doesn't need Christmas wishes?
Well, too bad.
Hey, Merry Christmas, Rick.
Merry Christmas, Rick.
From the South.
From the Buffalo.
Yeah, from a Yankee. What a guy. Okay. People are here. Let's get really started here. You know what I mean? Can you say rhubarb? Yeah, rhubarb. Look, Rick is definitely welcome. Feel free to start any amount of crap you want to start in the chat, Quentin. But Rick is welcome here. Rick will definitely give you a run for your money as far as wit goes, right? All right, so look, if anybody doesn't know Jeff Walton, this is even for people who just are on YouTube and doesn't follow the whole Instagram, because Corona Samizdat, these projects, even the Holon project, is more active on Instagram than on YouTube. I mean, there's no kind of YouTube is not a great platform for it. A more visual medium like Instagram is just perfect for marketing, right? So Corona Samizdat and Holon Project have been able to just get into and get off by the book community itself. And Jeff Walton is an illustrator that got on with an amazing author and contributed a book to Corona Samizdat, America and the Cult of the Cactus Boots of Diagnostic. You can see actually the entire book. Jeff has a gold edition. The entire book is this poster that's up on my wall here, right?
There it is at a glance, looking sharp.
What an amazing, and you guys the only reason something like this is in existence, I have like number one, and thank you so much, right, Jeff and Vicariously Phil, for this kind of gift. But why we have 7 of these is you guys work at like a printing facility, right?
That is true. yeah. And
So
we had,
you're actually able to have this like really cool limited ephemera for books that you're
right,
publishing.
all the stuff that showed up in our books for the pre-sale and the gold edition were all manufactured in our plant using materials that were slated for the garbage and stuff like that. So yeah, it's cool, and anytime we put together those projects, it's always a lot of fun because it's let's make this, we're gonna make a file for this, and
Right.
and I design it, and then I'll sometimes print it, Phil sometimes print it, and then we got to cut it up and all that, and it's fun. It's fun.
Well, you have, and you know, have an outlet for ideas like that. It's really cool to have this at your guys' fingertips. We'll show some more of that stuff as we come along, but now the most current project is this Holon project.
Right.
You and Phil both contributed to the Holon project, right? In your own ways. You want to talk about that a little bit?
Well, we contributed in a joint effort in one piece called it's Pen Pal 44, and I'm not going to give any of it away. I can't. I certainly cannot. But it's different, and it'll probably stand out. I'm not sure, but I feel like it will. And I'm excited about it.
Nice.
And I have a copy of it. I have a copy of it right here.
Yeah, show it.
Look at this. Look, I got
I just put Rick Harsh in timeout. He's gonna get mad. He's gonna be stewing. Oh no! What are you doing with 3 copies of?
Oh, I just have 3. I have more of them, but yeah, I was just showing them off because that's my artwork on the cover there, and that's Disruption in Gray right there. And,
very cool.
It's pretty awesome to see it on the cover of this thing. It's pretty awesome. A lot of great contributors. I don't know if you can read it. My camera's from 1922.
All good. If you want to, you can just run through some of the names. This is one of the most amazing things about the Holon project is so much community interaction in the pieces, and why is he able to bring together so much talent, so it seems quick, easy, seamless, and it just happens, and the community's energized by it and about it, and it's taken off and really has become beautiful additions,
right,
of stuff that if you really like it, you can talk to these authors and illustrators that he commissioned to do the volumes, just like yourself, right?
Right. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Sam Pink.
That's sharp. I like that a lot.
It's cool, ain't it?
Yep.
This is the volume 1 here. So he starts off just really strong, and now doing some solo pieces. And yes. Very cool to see you guys jumping into it and contributing. I tell you, the talent just in the community when there's given a place to let it out is inspiring in itself, right?
Yeah, and it's wild to be on the cover and be there as the first thing you see in a book with such a great cause behind it. It's great.
Yeah, heck yeah. Cool. So another project that you and Phil embarked on, which was a kind of brainchild of Phil because of the inspiration of this book on his thinking, and definitely what went into America and the Cult of the Cactus Boots is the philosophy of creativity. This is a work of philosophy by David Miller that you guys brought back out for Corona Samizdat, and you contributed illustrations to this kind of thing, an afterword and maybe a continuation of thought of what it is by Phil and you.
Right.
How about that?
Yeah,
What do you?
that was wild. I mean, David Miller was one of Rick Harsh's professors, mentors, perhaps. And it is in Cactus Boots. Literally, like there's actual segments in the book for those that have read. They know, and now you have a chance to have the rest of the text there with some additional action at the end. And the spontaneous promptings were they came out after we were talking with Miller for a little bit, and he realized we were going to republish it, and he said, "Oh, I have these spontaneous promptings, and they're like these little short, I call them sermons almost, because
Nice.
I feel like they should be read in the voice of like a aggressive, over the top pastor, and then they really starts to hit home when you read those things, and then I would read them, and then I would draw like the first thing that came to my mind,
Nice.
and that's what you're seeing there. So, and then little fact I dropped the other day is that in every single drawing in that book, there's a hidden cactus.
Nice.
Yeah, so a little Where's Waldo adventure for the people that yeah, good stuff. But
Very good.
we did actually.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, and you probably know, but we traveled out to Wisconsin and met with David Miller and
I did.
talked with him, and that was an amazing experience. Meeting. Hey,
Who's that guy?
it's me. It's me
in the flesh. Getting completely mind blown, which is something that is a goal for America and the Cult of the Cactus Boots. Yours and Phil's first effort, right?
Yeah.
What an awesome edition this gold edition is, isn't it?
It's sharp, and
you had only like 100 of these printed, am I right?
Yeah, and they're all wiped
100 for the first year anniversary of this book being printed.
Yeah, they went quick, and they're gone, and they came with the neat ephemera, and again
the gold, Make America Read Again.
Yep, and the plastic, and yeah, you got it all. You got it all just chilling right there,
bro. I got it all. What are we doing tonight?
That's the overlay. We printed that in house, and then we had to ship all the stuff to Rick so Rick could sign it. Yeah, that's all signed.
Really, actually signed in the flesh by all three. 2 in Buffalo, New York, 1 in Slovenia, and then shipped to your house.
Yeah.
Printed in Slovenia.
So the net profits were very minimal. But what are you gonna do?
And the creme de la creme, ephemera. Honestly, I don't know where I would ever stick this thing. One is on Joyce's ass in Perdese or something, right?
Yeah. The gold harsh homunculus. With the white bandana.
You can't get much more ridiculous than that. I love it.
Keep the perspiration off his forehead while he's ripping through the words.
It's a thick boy. It's a thick boy. I mean, who wouldn't love to get their hands on a golden Cactus Boots, right? I mean,
harsh homunculus. I'd love to.
I hear.
What's it?
A little birdie told me,
yes,
right, that you have a gold Cactus Boots up for grabs.
It's right here.
Is that the one?
That's going to be the one. Yes.
Look, unread.
The spine's not cracked yet.
Ready to go.
It's in great shape.
Gleaming, gilded.
Hey Jeff. Hey Jeff.
Hey Jeff.
Yeah. So this is I'm gonna get rid of this. I'm gonna do some type of raffle. I'm gonna make a post here, maybe while we're talking, maybe after we're done talking, about how someone could win this, and I'll ship it to them.
Yeah. The giveaway is on. The giveaway is on.
Yeah,
They're talking about Brossard. C.S. Miller did get a signet Brossard. It's like some paperback. It's a pretty cool find. Pretty cool, that's for sure. I have Corona Samizdat's Brossards. I pulled them out to show maybe, but I ended up using them to prop my computer up on. So, you know, whatever. The same with the Manifold Destiny of Eddie Vegas. It's up under there too. So
those are nice and thick.
I got them. You know what I mean? And who gives it? You know? Rick, I put him in timeout and then he left. He's probably pissed.
He better come back.
I wouldn't doubt if we get some backlash on Instagram tomorrow. Oh, there he goes. Hey, Rick. I'm sorry.
3 a.m. his time.
Hey, Rick. I didn't know that if I did that, that I wasn't going to be able to undo it. This guy stays up till like 2 a.m. to hang out with us, and then I put him in timeout.
Hey, Rick.
But you did say some ridiculous stuff, bro.
What'd you say, Rick? What'd you do, bro?
Don't say. So, your artwork does have this like kind of, you love geometry, especially sacred geometry. In a couple of the David Miller that I just showed, there was, you know, Metatron's cube, some Tree of Life stuff. This kind of sacred geometry. Also, I get like an Eastern feel sometimes. Where does that come from in your art?
Well, with the Miller stuff, I know there was a lot of cultures he was drawing from, so I kind of looked into that. And then I think just based on my actual profession of being a graphic designer, I spent a lot of time in Adobe Illustrator, and I've done the entire front cover of Cactus Boots was built in Illustrator.
Nice.
And so that it allows you to kind of work with geometry a little better than if you were just to hand draw something, obviously. And it just becomes fun to generate these things, and then it translates to my actual drawing as well. So it just comes from just being involved with geometry all day, basically. And I love symmetry and just when things line up and ratios and this and that. It's just it's fun.
Definitely aesthetic.
Good.
I love it. You know, reminds me of like, you know, kind of occult stuff, even like Egyptian stuff, because, you know, harkens to pyramids and just geometry in that kind of way. Greek, Pythagorean. And I mean, that's why when we were talking before about art, I just kind of threw out MC Escher, because I get that kind of feel sometimes that, you know, it has that, I guess, a symmetry within a work, but also just being surreal sometimes. You do a lot of, you know, you do stuff that has this kind of melting or, you know, unstable quality.
Right. Maybe that's a reflection of, a state of mind sometimes.
Right.
Who knows? But, yeah, it's art is therapy. And sometimes, you know, when you got a lot going on, you know, putting pencil or pen to pad is a great way to kind of just let things flow and then work things out in your head. And
nice.
That's how it's kind of been for me. So
cool. Yeah, Novels and Crumbs in the house. Nice to see everybody coming by tonight. Thank you, Jeff, for coming by, man. It's killer to have you on here. I feel like, you know, I don't know exactly how to approach a conversation with you sometimes, because this is just like someone who, you know, your expression is just kind of with something blank and then creating something out of it. So it's more like writing instead of reading, right? It's more like writing instead of anything else that I do.
Well, yeah, creative process. It's especially with artwork, it's you'd start with a start with the first line and work your way until you have a piece. When I was a kid, I used to draw from those. It's Ed Emberley. I don't know if you're familiar, but it's Ed Emberley teaches you how to draw, and he'd teach you how to draw a cat. And the first frame was, like a circle, and then the next frame was like 2 triangles, and then the next frame until you ended up with a full cat. And it's just breaking the geometry down to triangles, squares, and squiggly lines and things like that. And that's honestly how I learned how to draw. And I remember doing a book report in, 4th grade, and I did a book report on a drawing book. And then I got in front of the class and I did all the steps to draw a character that I came up with, and then had everybody in the class do it. And
Nice.
that was pretty cool. But yeah, that was, the start of it, really.
Nice.
You start with a mark and then work your way until you got the goods.
Right.
And sometimes, according to Procreate, that's 10,482 marks.
Right. For sure, man. I tell you, I used to love to draw when I was young, and I really just didn't pursue it enough. Didn't think, I didn't have, I guess, it's enough of an affinity for it to go for it. So it was something that I didn't pursue. And I wonder sometimes if I could draw well, but it just seems when I see something executed very well, it's just like so beyond what I could do, what I think I could do, that any kind of creative exploit like that is going to take a long time to get where you want to be with it, right? So how has maybe doing America and the Cult of the Cactus Boots flexed your process? And then maybe we'll talk about how it's been post Cactus Boots and even contributing to others, right, and all that.
Yeah, Cactus Boots, I remember I had to come up with a style for it, and it took me a while to actually figure that out. And I remember struggling with that. And but I got there eventually, and I do it in Procreate, so it is digital art, and I made a custom brush for it, and that simulated kind of a number 2 pencil. So while it does look like maybe I hand drew it, it is definitely a digital art, so I can go in and erase and stuff. But obviously doing the stuff for Cactus Boots, I was extremely out of my comfort zone as far as what I normally like to draw. Nice. I draw weird faces, I draw abstract stuff, and some geometric stuff. But like on screen right now, it says, what's the name of the peacock feather finger guy? And it's that was a lot of work to get that drawn.
Yeah, it's
there's a color version out there somewhere. Here you go. There's the peacock guy.
Nice.
There's my camera from 1922 coming into play right there.
Yep.
How's it look? Can you see it? Let's see. I might be able to show you the color version of it here too. I don't think I've shown this to anybody.
Oh no, you stopped, teeny tiny. I wish I had that binder or whatever. I don't know. I lost that. I do wish I had it then.
You're talking about your Trapper Keeper binder?
Right.
With the sick Ferrari pics in it? There you go. There's the color version.
Nice. There we go.
Terrible camera. Sorry about it.
Right.
You're going to have to deal with my terrible camera.
You're using your laptop, right?
Who's that? Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It's from 20.
Just use a phone.
It's almost a 10-year-old laptop.
Nice. Right.
But we're still able to hang out, so it's not that bad, right?
Right. Good with. Yeah. I mean, That's the way it goes, right?
Yeah.
Very cool, dude.
That was a pain in the neck to color. I'm going to let you know right now. And we're talking about how many strokes it takes to get a drawing done. This one with the color, 20,636 strokes.
Nice.
I spent 18 hours and 23 minutes on it. The facts are right there.
Fuck yeah. Very cool, man. There's a lot of cool illustrations with America and the Cult of the Cactus Boots, and coming up with some of these. What do you want to say something about coming up with something, a full pager like these?
Yeah, that I remember because I kind of generated this style for Cactus Boots, which actually lended itself to philosophy of creativity. You know, there's still a need for me to make kind of abstract and my own stuff. You know, I have the side project Loops and Doodles that is also on Instagram and YouTube, and now on TikTok. I think we're getting ready to boot that up again in a different variety. But
Nice.
So we kind of came up with the idea for that centerpiece of those. I think it was 7 images total for the Gunther Play-Doh drawings. Right. As a way for me to incorporate my personal style into the book, so that there's still kind of my fingerprint in there. And I kind of took that whole series as his descent into madness before, you know, he does what he ends up doing in the book. I'm not going to give it away, but you know what happens.
Oh, it's all good. There's no possible way to spoil America and the Cult of the Cactus Boots.
It's unspoilable.
For sure. I mean, you could say anything about that book and it's all good.
It's a wild ride.
It is a wild ride. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, baby. Happy Friday. Thanks for coming, boy. Yeah. Uh-huh. What's up, Christy? Happy Friday. Nice to see you. So, yeah, man. You're going to be giving away an American Culted Cactus Boots, a gold edition.
Correct.
The details of that are going to be hashed out on your channel. Am I right?
I'm going to, you know what I'll do? I'll do it right now. I'm going to post it right on my Instagram so everybody can feel the rush and see the details.
Nice.
But before I do that, I'm also going to say that the winner will be announced on January 6, 2023, during your live broadcast on Friday. And I'm going to sweeten the pot by giving away 2 books. I'm going to do the gold brick, and then I'm also going to give away a Holon project.
Nice. You're going to give away a golden Cactus Boots.
Yes.
And a Holon project volume 3.
It's Christmas. Kids have called me Santa in the past, and I'm going to go Santa mode right now, and I'm going to give away 2 books. I'm going to give away gold cactus with all the ephemera, the original ephemera, and I'm going to give away a copy of this action right here. And
so you're saying, like, from what you're saying right here,
yeah,
it sounds like there's no, animosity between
I wouldn't think
Holon project and Corona Samizdat in any way.
I think Corona Samizdat, a move for Corona Samizdat will help Holon, and I think a move for Holon will help Corona Samizdat, right? I mean, I don't know, books are books. No?
Bro.
What? Am I in trouble?
See? Dude, people are down for this action, bro.
All right. It's gonna be 2 draw. It'll be 2 different prizes, so it'll be one person will win a brick and the other person will win. It's not gonna be
okay. So we have 2 winners.
2
one
winners.
Gets the golden Cactus Boots. One gets the Holon Project Volume 3.
Right, and I'm gonna sign both of them, and I'm gonna have Phil sign both of them.
A little Jeff Walton Christmas, man.
Yes.
Dude, talk about Santa. coming in unexpectedly, bro.
Ho, ho, ho.
Bring it on.
Ho, 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 ho.
I wish I had a copy of Holon Project Volume 3. I'm going to get it as soon as I can, of course. I love their stuff, man.
It's sharp.
Beautiful.
It feels
and
cool.
So in the Volume 3, Philip contributed a letter. Is that right?
Correct.
You got anything you want to share anything about that?
Well,
or do you know?
I don't know. I might have already said everything I want to say about
Okay.
it. I don't want to spoil it, but I think it's going to stand out. And it's
How about what it's like to work with Daniel from the Holon Project? Any juice on that?
just clean, just super clean and easy. And
Any,
great.
No cranberry juice we can squeeze from that?
Well, I remember Phil was talking with him about doing our entry and all that, and he had mentioned that he didn't have anything for the cover yet. And Phil said, "Well, we'll talk to Jeff. Jeff's got he's got a whole pile of artwork you could pick from." And
right,
I sent him 12 options, and I think he picked the current cover right off the bat. Did a quick mock up and locked it in, and it was just nice and easy and
nice.
Yeah, just really enjoyed that. It was great.
Christy says, "Ha ha ha," or should I say, "Thank you, Santa." Right?
Hey,
bringing it on, man. And I mean, dude, we're within 2 days of Christmas, so I mean, it's perfect.
Yeah, I'm gonna
head on over there.
The post right now.
The Instagrams are right there going across the bottom. It's Matter Interacting. That's Jeff's personal Instagram. And the Cult of the Cactus Boots, that's the page for Jeff and Phil's
what kind of hashtags should I use?
The Holon Project as well.
Oh yeah.
Well, this is
I'm doing it. I'm making the post right now.
It's going up right now.
Ooh.
I can't believe it. This is how it goes down.
Oh,
Jeff on the live tonight makes the post to win the golden cactus boot. So there's where you go. The Matter Interacting.
What other hashtag?
The Holon Project. And there you go. You got everything you need. Killer.
I don't know. I'll throw some random stuff in there. Books.
It's getting pretty close for me to reread America and the Cult of the Cactus Boots, to tell you the truth. What a big work. It has a lot to digest. And, I read it last year. So now I'm already through a year after I've read it. It'd be cool to revisit it. I have thumbed through it and read it along with other people, that kind of thing, and just re-experienced parts. But how long do you think we have to wait until you do you guys are ready to release your book that you're working on?
I don't think we're working with. You're talking about the next book?
Yeah.
Museum.
About how long do we have to wait?
We are not working with a timeline right now because we definitely did a timeline on ourselves with the previous project, and I think that drove some of us into some form of madness. So I don't think we're working with the constraints of a timeline at the moment, but we're definitely
good. I didn't put Rick in timeout again. I did something one time and then I apologized, and then Rick is out. He can do whatever he wants.
He should be in timeout for looking so damn good.
That's right. With the hair that he has up there, right?
Yeah, with the whole pack, with the complete package.
Right.
Put him in timeout. All right, I'm gonna press OK on this. So we are going live. We got the giveaway information up there, and I'll just go through it. There's a max of 3 entries. Obviously, you get an entry by liking the post. You get an entry by tagging someone try not to tag someone that I know. Like you'll get tagged like 8 times, but I try to tag a stranger, and then the third entry would be to do some kind of story or reel. So you get 3 entries max, and then the winner will be announced by you on the 6th.
Nice. Yeah.
And what's happening on the 6th?
That's when we'll give them away. We'll announce who the winner is. And thank you for letting me do it, Jeff. Jeff is going to compile and just basically hand over. And feel free on that evening, if you'd like to come on just to do that, just to drop the names, you can come on and do it, bro. You're giving them away, but I will definitely, no matter what, January 6th, that's when we'll announce who's
going to be joining you on January 6th.
Rick, don't leave. You see, Rick speaks up to say he's out.
Rick, don't go.
Don't go, Rick. No.
Where are you going?
Yeah, where are you going? It's like 2:30 in the morning.
You don't sleep.
You don't sleep. You're going to take the doggy out. Cinnamon or something, right? Cinnamon. Not cinnamon. Good to see you. Exactly. We're all good. You're back, bro. You haven't been out. I would never put you back out.
Noah, who are you interviewing on the 6th?
Daniel from the Holon Project.
Well, isn't that convenient?
Yeah. I mean, I dabble. All right. And I'm not beholden to anyone. I'm like a book mercenary in some kind of way, right?
Yeah.
I work just for myself.
You're doing great.
For my own interests.
You're one of the hardest booktubers I've ever met.
Like this. Look at this beautiful cover. Right?
No, are you ever going to go over to TikTok, or are you just anti-TikTok? What's your deal?
I've never been on it. I have downloaded it before and didn't get into it, so didn't continue trying.
Well, there's a book talk.
There's the man
over there.
Philip Friedenberg in the house. Nice to see you, brother. The writer and insane mind behind American the Cult of the Cactus Boots.
He's live. Alf eats cats. Nice. You should jump on here with us.
Rick, you can't get on and say how you're kicked out. You're not. I'm not beholden to Holon. I'm not beholden to no one. That's right. I am the ideal personal book shopper. Man, I have found some crazy good stuff. Something that resonated early on with when I met Phil and saw Phil on Instagram. Eraserhead Dad is his Instagram, right? And he showed this Marie Louise von Franz. And I just found this in a thrift store earlier this week. And I had to grab it because it's dream interpretation, essentially, by Mary Louise von Franz of Jung. And it's a very Jungian approach and how he lived with his dreams. But Socrates' dreams, the mother of St. Augustine, her dreams, the dreams of the mother of St. Bernard, and the dream of Rene Descartes. So I thought it very interesting. What do you think about dream interpretation? That's where I get all my best ideas.
Me personally?
Yeah.
I remember I had a book about dream interpretation back in the day, and it's a wild ride to start thinking about that sort of stuff. You know, like the whole your teeth are falling out or your fingernails are falling out, that kind of stuff. And
crazy stuff happens in dreams, right?
do you have any reoccurring dreams that you experience?
Not as an adult.
Not as an adult. I have one that happens frequently, and it's usually the end of the world dream, and it's usually alien annihilation. Like aliens are there and they're hitting beams, and giant explosions are happening. I'm like, this is it. I don't know if that means any info in there about alien annihilation dreams that reoccur.
I doubt it.
Oh, all right. They didn't know about
because it's going to be older dreams,
Well,
older.
Maybe they call them fairies
in history, right?
Maybe.
That's what I'm talking about, man. Nice to see everybody. Thanks. Rob Stickley, author of Abundant Circuity, is here. Thanks for coming on, man. Yeah, I mean, there is must-see TV. There's must-see beards over here. Look at this guy. Can you look at this guy? Just look at him.
I did have a child call one time, and I didn't think quick enough to be like, you better be behaving.
Yeah.
But I was just shocked.
You?
Yeah.
Yeah. How does is the selection approved by the Holon project? I think you just submit to Daniel. There's an email. Submit to him, and then he'll get back to you. Yep. His process is pretty streamlined.
What I think is pretty cool is that he also has that rule that says if you submitted, you got to wait 2 volumes to submit again. And I think that's pretty cool because that allows the things to cycle through. I absolutely did. But look at, here's me, and enjoy me watching my eyes read your comment about my eyes reading Alf Eats Cats on television. How was that?
Mm-hmm. That's great. I said that, Rick. I'm sorry. I said that, Rick. Well, I said 2, but the sentiment was the same. And I do genuinely apologize. I didn't realize that I was going to really put you out, and I wasn't going to be able to reverse that for 5 minutes. But it was only 5 minutes, man. A wild journey each night. Go for it, Conrad. I kind of I don't remember many dreams now that I'm an adult.
I remember one time I kept a dream journal for a while, and that really helped me remember them better. And there was a while where I could remember a lot of it, and then I stopped doing it, and now I don't remember them as much. But I definitely remember the alien annihilation ones because I always wake up at the end. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? But yeah.
Oh my God, these people! It's so funny tonight, dude.
I just realized.
Just watch the chat.
I just finally realized how I could actually watch the chat. I see you laughing about stuff, and I was like waiting for you to bring it up on screen. But now I can actually see the comments, so I'm dialed in now.
Nice.
I'm not on the outskirts of the jokes here.
Nice. Sheckley, Rob is writing another book, so good luck with that. We can't wait to get it. I hope to read Abundant Circuity before you finish your next book. It's not that it's too long for me or something. It's just I gotta really make the time for it. It will be next year sometime because it just comes so acclaimed. There it is, the Corona Samizdat edition of Abundant Circuity. There, killer. I have
cover.
I have another edition. That one actually made itself up under the under the computer as well.
I have a nice Amazon box under my computer that's the perfect height.
There you go. Look, man.
Thank you for the props on the cover art. Appreciate that.
Heck yeah. Killer, man. I can't wait to get my copy. Yeah. The dynamic duo. That's who's in the house.
Oh, shit.
Killer. Nice to see everybody. And yeah, man, dream work. I wish I could remember some more dreams. There's techniques and stuff, but it's hard to
Keep a
put
journal.
energy into so many different stuff. Just keep some paper and pen right there.
You just keep a little pad next to your bed, and when you wake up, you don't have to write down the full, every detail, but just write down keywords, and then when you go back to it, you can remember just based on the keywords. And then I would do that, and then I would flesh out the dream a little better before I went to bed, and then I was keeping track of it for a while, and I got really good at remembering.
Nice.
Yeah.
Maybe I will try it. Maybe there's something to it just to, just try and kind of flex that side a little bit more. And if you don't, it just kind of atrophies, right?
It's everything's a muscle, right?
Right. Yes.
Oh,
very cool. I love seeing everybody around and hanging out. So, another thing I wanted to ask, and because it's art related and something that I love.
Sure.
And there is a wonderful artistic and geometrical representation of it. How do you feel about the tarot? Has that ever been an inspiration to you artistically?
I for whatever reason have steered away from it, and I don't know if it's because I get nervous that it might spiral me into something bizarre that I can't escape from, but I don't know why. What do you got going on there?
Nothing. I just pulled out my tarot. This is
let's see
the Aleister Crowley tarot, the Thoth tarot. But the artist is Lady Frida Harris, and look at the kind of geometry that she fits into.
That's sharp.
That's like the Hierophant.
Yeah, there's some good symmetry in there.
Multiple 5-pointed with the the kid inside, everything. But it was early. It was 1800. No, 1900. Sorry, something like that. 1927.
I was 5 years after my computer's video camera was manufactured.
You're so damn funny. I swear. So these kind of things you can see.
That's nice.
I love this tarot. And your artwork, made me kind of think of it and think, well, I wonder if he has any affinity for the tarot. I see how the Mobius strip is used around the the preacher or whoever is marrying. This is the Lovers card.
Yeah, wow.
So it's like a Mobius strip there. And, sacred geometry everywhere. The Visca Pisces.
That's crispy.
Yeah, just so, there's sacred G everywhere, but also a lot of symmetry like that. So I just thought.
Yeah.
You would like that.
Yeah, I do like that.
Yeah, buddy. And okay, so last example I'm going to show, just because all I'm doing is kind of turning you on now, is the Death card. You ready?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh no symmetry. Whoa, the symmetry goes up and around. That's yeah. Look at that.
And there's straight lines and this kind of flowing, cloudy coming off of his sides, right? And the souls of beings are within.
Some good contrast there. Look at that. Look at that.
Would you just look at it?
I'm looking at it.
When I see something like this,
look at that.
I just say you got to look at that.
First thing I do when I see something like that is I look at it.
You're damn right. Okay.
That's awesome. Yeah, no.
It is. I love it.
I am just an insanely busy person, and I don't get to do enough looking at art that I want to do. Like and it's always we have the Albright Knox Museum. They're putting a giant addition on their building right now, and I'm like super excited about that reopening, and I'm going to go back and I just I feel like I don't look at art enough. I don't know if that makes sense. All right.
I don't know if it makes sense either.
Well, here you go. Yeah, Jeff, tell the story about the deteriorating pants as underpants there. Yeah, so Phil's got a pair of pants that he wears to work, and they probably should have been thrown out like a year and a half ago. He has been working without the luxury of pockets for way longer than I'd be comfortable working with the luxury of not having the luxury of pockets. It's pretty wild. Like, he'll say, "Oh, I had a pen. Where is it? Oh, it's in my sock." Because
Right.
There's no pockets, but the pen still goes in. And it's now his pockets blew out, right? But now they've reached a point where they've started disintegrating themselves. And the other day he pulls his pocket. Every once in a while he'll pull his pockets inside out and be like, "Look at what I'm working with here. Look at this." And I say, "Dude, get yourself a $20 bill and head over to Burlington Coat Factory.
Or go to a damn thrift store, man, with a $10 bill."
Yeah, go get it. And then and then one day he lifted the pockets out of his pants, bunny rabbit style, as we like to say. And the one pocket could be used as a pair of underwear for a doll or some kind of weird creature. Your Rick Harsh homunculus. But and now I think it has the there's nothing in the middle now. So now it's just like crotchless underwear. I say that as you're taking a sip of a delicious IPA, but and everything goes, I was told.
Perfectly. All right,
How did I do, Phil? Is that good enough? Is that work? Phil's pants, doll parts.
I am doll eyes, right?
Courtney Love, is she still alive?
It would be amazing. Is Courtney Love still? I think so. I haven't heard that she's
took part of her liver and diced it up for Dungeons and Dragon dice. It was so hard.
Pants ain't what they used to be. You're damn right. I get the kind of pants that I want. Pants are just. I only rock very few pairs myself. I get your story like that, and I wear them until they're gone, until they're dead, and it's just how pants go. Pants for some guys, I guess.
Phil's pants are essentially the Bob Dole of pants.
Yes, she said they were singing that song to the pants.
I say yes. We did a nice. Hey, the official beer of Buffalo. I'm drinking light beer because I'm on a diet.
Labatt Blue, is that what that is?
Yeah.
Bye, Christy. Say hey to Kev, and y'all have an awesome night. Killer.
Yeah.
Creature Comforts. No. But I do support the local guys. I guess the fave local for me is Scofflaw, a brewery around here. Creature Comforts is probably the most popular for sure. Just a great IPA. Pants are overrated. Rock on, Heather. Very cool. Well, awesome having you on, Jeff. We're getting close to it. It's been like an hour. It's been a killer time. Is there anything else we want to touch on? I do want to reiterate, jump over to my boy, Matter Interacting. That's Jeff on Instagram.
Yeah.
And get in on the giveaway. I'm going to do it. It's going to happen live on Friday, January 6th. Whether Jeff jumps on with me and does that or not, Daniel, the freaking mastermind behind the Holon project, will be on with me that night.
Yeah, we're going to do a hard real-life giveaway of 2 great pieces of literature.
Heck yeah, man. And not just great pieces of literature, but, you know, get them while you can. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah, I agree. You know,
Rick, nobody thinks otherwise. You know, I was watching your last YouTube vid, and halfway through, I remembered that I needed to shave. So, I mean, I was lathering myself up halfway through your video, you know. Your critique of Albert Camus is what I'm talking about. Critiquing Albert Camus while you shave. Easy when you're a master. Heck yeah, Conrob. Connor's coming to the ATL. Oh yeah.
I want to come to the ATL. What's the deal?
There's not Quentin and Rick beef. It's all a joke. It's all just to play.
How do I come to the ATL?
Yeah, I got that news ticker. You see that? That's just to show my boy's Instagram, because I ain't gonna be typing it over and over or something like that. And I don't want it to bogart the comments. Let people it's the Noah beef from now on. Bring it on, Rick. See, I told you I pissed Rick off by putting him in timeout. I'm sorry, Rick. I really mean that. I really, really mean that. I was influenced to shave as well.
I shaved last Saturday.
When I mean shave, I mean the dome, right? I don't, you know,
look at
let this just go. I don't let it go the way that you let it go. It takes some real willpower to go there, Jeff.
It's all
freaking badass,
all going white. It's gonna turn white. And then I'll really be Santa.
I love you guys, and love you, Jeff. Thank you for coming on.
Hey, thanks.
What an awesome time.
Yeah, everybody
jump in, guys.
Yeah.
Get yourself a copy of the gold edition of the America and the Cult of the Cactus Boots with all the stuff, or a copy of Volume 3 of the Holon Project. What awesome small press, little indie publishers we got putting out stuff that rivals anything being put out today. Awesome. Right
on.
Jeff, have a good one.
Thank you, brother. Thanks for having me on, and thank you for everybody that joined us, and it's always fun.
Yeah. Bye, y'all.